Welcome to Legal Literacy Series. Now, this is episode 10. So, all this time, I was providing you with some very important information relating to law. This is going to be the second episode on insurance. Last time we spoke about third party, and this time we are going to speak about another misnomer, the misunderstanding that prevails among the people, and I'm going to deal with that misunderstanding. So let's start the discussion on today's topic, that is nominee in insurance. So when we talk about the proposal form in any insurance policy, in life, especially life insurance policy, there's always one column in a proposal form that is a nominee. And here you have to write the full name, surname. Once you fill this column, what is the impact of the name that figures in this column on the insurance policy? So let me go through this whole presentation and let me not touch nominee in the beginning itself. So let's try to understand insurance policy first. So when we talk about insurance policy, it is basically an attempt to protect the dependents after the death of the breadwinner. So we all know that death is the ultimate truth and it's going to happen one or the other day. And when you buy an insurance policy, it is not going to prevent death. It only prevents the hardship that results on the dependents because of the death. The widow, widower, or children, old parents, they get some kind of relief in the form of monetary benefits. That's the purpose of insurance policy. So when you look into the policy, the first question that you need to answer is a policy a property? Because it's going to add some kind of value to the dependents. So if it is adding some value like house, car, or even a laptop, that means it becomes a property. So what happens to the property on the death of the owner? It undergoes a process of devolution. So it goes to the next generation, maybe children, or it may be collaterals, that is the widow, or it may go back or go to the parents. So that process of property moving from the owner to the dependents or to the successors is called a succession. So it happens in two ways: testamentary succession, where a person writes a will, and the other one is interstate succession, where the person dies without will, but the law ensures the flow of property to the next generation. And the law which ensures that is the law of the religion to whom the person belongs. A property belonging to a Muslim will devolve according to Muslim law. A property belonging to a Hindu, it devolves according to Hindu legislations. Now, what is this you are adding in the proposal form? Nominee is a person appointed by the policyholder, and he can appoint anybody, need not be a relative, and he can receive money in case of death of the policyholder. So once the policy matures due to death, that money is paid to the nominee. Whether such payment of money is a succession of property. So what I mean to say is there a third way of succession of property other than the two which I discussed in the earlier slide? The answer to this is no. This is not a third method of succession of property. He can only receive money under this policy. Now, receiving money and enjoying the benefits of created by that money, they are two different things. So, what happens if nominee is not there? So, I'm just trying to tell you the idea behind that column in the proposal form, why he needs to be there. What happens if nominee is not there? The insurance company has the money, it has to pay but he doesn't know whom to pay. So then when the widow comes, widow says that I am entitled for this. The mother of the deceased comes, she says that I am also dependent, I was dependent on the deceased person, I need that money. Children comes, our education is at stake, we need that money. Now the insurance company doesn't know whom to pay. Please remember, if the payment is made to a wrong person, then the insurance company will be held responsible for not application of mind while disbursing the money. So what they have to do? They have to ask for succession certificate from the court and then follow the procedure. Now, this is the problem with the insurance company. So the object of nominee is to avoid unnecessary litigation for the company. So now with nominee, what is happening? The company pays the name, whatever is written to that person, it makes the payment of money. Now all the dependents who are entitled for that money has to file a case against that nominee and get their money. So nominee is a person who is under the duty to disburse the money received under the policy. He is not the beneficiary of the policy. So nominee is not the owner. He receives with an obligation of distribution. So please remember, nominees are not the owners of the money. But in 2015, there was a new concept introduced called beneficial nominee. This is an exception to the general understanding. That nominee which I was mentioning in the earlier slide was the nominee which was existing since 1939. Now in 2015, this new definition is introduced and he needs two qualifications. The first two bullets, any blood relative is a nominee, so he can qualify to be a beneficial nominee provided policyholder has a right to allot the property. This is a big area of study, who has a right to allot the property and who has no right. That all depends upon how he created that property, from his own sweat and blood, or it is in ancestral property that he has received. Based on that, the right of the policyholder is decided. So then, if he is a beneficial nominee, then only the money that he received as a nominee is enjoyed by him and it won't be distributed. Now, this is a very new concept introduced in 2015. But till that time, the only nominee's right was to receive and distribute. And that duty still continues provided he is not a beneficial nominee. So in conclusion, I just want to mention that nominee is only receiver of the property. Nomination is an obligation rather than benefits. And now here comes the most important one. Whatever I have discussed now is a nominee under insurance. If there is a nominee under any other law like shares and debentures, banks, nominee under any credit cooperative society, any registered society, all these nominees are governed by their own laws. So therefore, I advise to consult the lawyer if you want any clarification of nominees other than the insurance law. So, so this is regarding nomination. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe, and press the bell icon.